and welcome back to Crochet Flow. My name is Paris and this is my channel Paris Crochet Flow, where I talk about all my crochet projects and my yarn fun. And I am back to give you an update on a project that has been ongoing, and it's been about 6 months or more. I could be wrong because the yarn, I remember we purchased the yarn in the US on Valentine's Day, or at the day after Valentine's, that's February, maybe February 15th. And I didn't start that project until about maybe March, April, and it's my Hexicardi. A lot of people have made Hexicardis, but I just want to focus on what I've done differently in my Hexicardi, and this could give you an inspiration on some things you can do to achieve either this look or a different look. I may not be able to show the look with me wearing it on this video, but I will try as much as I can to show you what it looks like and what I did differently. So basically my Hexicardi is quite large, and it's actually, I was saying, it's more of a coat for me. And as you can see, I gave it a collar, quite a large collar, which I just made using double crochets, and I believe I did an increase on both sides to give it that those two sharp ends, for lack of a better way to say it. And also I give it a flinch by cutting some yarn and putting it at the bottom. I really love how it turned out. The only thing I don't love about Hexicardis is that the sleeves are quite wide, but for this one I kind of love it. It's nice and cozy, and it's extra large. It's just something I can wear in the house and feel warm and cozy as if it's a blanket. The one thing I did differently with my Hexicardi, as you can tell from the back, is that instead of just joining the two hexagons in the middle, which kind of makes the sweater look weird, because it's once you join the Hexicardi, then there is no space in between here. For my Hexicardi, as you can see, I added three single rows of the straight rows of granny square stitch on both sides, just the back part, not going round, just the back part. That way I got the span behind the neck, so 3 rows on one side and 3 rows on one side. That way my sweater is kind of wider on the shoulders, and it doesn't I didn't just join the two hexagons, if that makes sense. I'm gonna try and stand up and show you what it looks like. I could even try and wear it, but I added 3 rows on either side and gave it a collar, and I gave it a fringe. So that's what it looks like. Very much like a coat or just a cozy blanket, and it's extra large. The sleeves are beautiful. I love them. They are very, very cozy. As you can tell, my Hexicardi, I don't know if you can see from behind, it's not just the hexagons joined together. I added the 3 rows on either side, and that way it gives me a nice shape there, like not all cinched up. Like I see some people have their sweaters looking like that, like they just join the hexagons like that, and so there is no space between the shoulders. So mine, giving it three lines of the granny square on either side, gave me that nice and flat look. And I believe this is just coming from my experience as I used to be a seamstress or a tailor, whichever way you want to call it. So I just had to think about the shape of the back even when I was making my sweater. I wanted to make it a hoodie, but I kind of got bored and I became impatient because this has been an ongoing project. It was kind of my project that I bring along in the car when someone is driving, so I can work on it and not bother them. And I must say, I'm not disappointed. It turned out really nice, and it's just nice and cozy and just very comfortable and comforting. So there you are. That's my Hexicardi. Again, it has a fringe, as you can see, and it's quite long because it's right by my knees. You can see it because I don't have a place to stand, but it's quite long and cozy. So there you are. That's my update on my Hexicardi. If you're interested to know what I did if you're more someone who reads, I'm gonna make a few notes down below so you can understand my process of making that sweater. So that's it. It's not different from any other person's Hexicardi. It's only that I added 3 rows of straight lines on both sides to give it the back part instead of just cinching it together. Okay, there is my Hexicardi. I hope you like this video. I don't have a pattern for it. It's basically just the same as everybody does. The Hexicardi, just I added that modification in the back and I gave mine a collar. Now, even if this was more of about the Hexicardi, I'm going to share with you this blanket that I have showed you also in the past, because finally I finished the blanket and I bound it using my usual way of binding, which is shell stitch, I believe, because I just make 5 double crochets and then 1 slip stitch and then 5 double crochets, and I alternate like that just to give me that kind of scalloped look. It's finished and it's going to the owner. A baby is gonna be born soon and they'll be the proud owners of this beautiful cozy blanket. And also to go with the blanket, I made this pink card and I added a rose flower to as an applique to it, and it's beautiful. I just made it using half double crochets. The yarn is not that soft, so that's the only thing I don't like about acrylic yarn. Is a bit rough, especially when it's for a baby, but I could also make other hats similar to this one using softer yarn. So that's that. Those are the 2 things that are going to be going to the baby. Another update I have is this triangular shawl. I made an instructional video on how to make a triangular shawl. If you're interested to watch, I'm going to have a link down below. And this one, I've already used two cakes of the Caron cinnamon swirls, and it's almost done. It's quite bulky, but it's going on well. I really find the colors interesting, and I also found something very interesting when I was making this shawl. I figured that it was complementing the book I'm reading right now. The colors are very similar, so that was sort of interesting to look at it that way. I'm reading The Power of Intention by Dr. Dwyer, and the colors look very similar, especially when I just put it on my bed. It looks like it's a perfect pair. So there you are. I think I'm going to probably just finish the second cake of this yarn, because then it's gonna be too bulky. And when I'm finished, I'll probably share with you this as a finished project. And if you're interested to make a triangular shawl, I did an instructional video of how to make one. So there you are. If you have an ongoing Hexicardi and you feel like it's taking too long, it may take too long, but the product is the end product is very fulfilling, and I love it. And I'm also going to be adding some buttons. I've already done some buttonholes because my binding is just single crochet on both sides. I think I did about 4 rows of single crochet, and on one side I made buttonholes. So once I add the buttons, I will be good to go with my beautiful warm Hexicardi. So there you are. Happy crocheting, happy making. Just go with the flow and share with me if you've made the Hexicardi down in the comments and what you think about the way I modified mine to have a sort of a flat neckline. There you are. Thank you very much. Happy crocheting, happy making, and just go with the flow.